The 9th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Now we're talking about an arnak, a money pouch. Okay. Okay, who would like to read here in Bava Kama, Kuf Yud Zayin Amid Base, 117b? We're four narrow lines before the wide lines begin. Relatively wide lines, not first word in the line. Hahu Gabra. This is Alan
here, but Lou and Roy aren't yet. So
yes, Alan. Did you try to? Yeah, I don't see you're asking to be admitted. What do you do to get back in? You want Lou to send you a link? Okay. We'll ask Lou to send you a link. Very good. Okay, bye.
Hey, I'm sending it.
Okay, Bezrat Hashem, thank you, Lou. Okay.
we're on 117B2 on the right column, the second column on the right, another incident.
Right, another incident. Means this is a true story that happened. Okay, who'd like to read? Oh, there's Alan. Roy, you want to read?
Okay. I'm just trying to get better lighting for myself here. It's difficult. Okay.
Hey, I am back.
Incident.
Okay, Alan, we're at 117.
Welcome, Alan.
Alan, we're at 117B2, right column, second paragraph, another incident.
Gemora. Excuse me.
Right paragraph. And another incident.
Another incident. 117B2, right column, second paragraph, another incident.
Got it. I'm there.
Hahu Gemora Dehava Mipakid Gabay Arnaka Defidion Shavoyim. There was a certain person with whom a purse containing money was deposited for the redemption of captives.
Oh boy. There must have been a lot of money in that one.
Sliko Genova Ilove. thieves came upon the custodian and threatened him with bodily harm. Shakalava haba nahalayayu. He took the purse and gave it to them, thereby saving himself. Ata lekome Duraba. And there's Duraba in it's another. Is there another spelling for it or something? It's in brackets as well. He came before Rabbah to be judged.
Yeah, you can basically count on whenever it says Rabbah, it'll say maybe it means Rabbah. Whenever it says Rabbah, they'll say maybe it means Rabbah.
Mhm.
It's nothing to get thrown off about.
Okay.
Just keep reading. It doesn't really.
Batare, Rabbah exempted him from paying. Abaya said to Rabbah, Vaho matzil atzamo b'momon chavero hu. But he is one who saved himself with the property of his fellow. He should be liable to pay, he means. Omar le, Rabbah said to him, Ein lecha pituyon shiboyim agadol mizeh. You will not find a better example of redeeming captives than this. The money was used precisely as intended. Therefore, he need not repay. But no, that precisely was not right. It's not true. The money was meant for certain captives, a certain number of captives, and it was just used for one, for the person who had to save himself. So it wasn't used precisely as intended. It was used for a captive, true, but not for captives, and not for certain captives.
Yeah. Let's see. Bottom Tosus over here. Tosus. Well, before we go to Tosus, let's see. Is Rashi comment on this Gemora? No. Rashi has nothing to say about this Gemora. Okay. Well, Tosus has something to say about this Gemora. It's the bottom Tosus over here. Ein lecha pidyon shvuim gadol mizeh. Afogav de mashma de have amid. Midelo maflig kina maflig le'el. Tosus says that even though it would appear that this guardian was a person that had funds that would be able to he'd be able to give from his own money to save himself. He wasn't the poor person. How does Tosus know that? Tosus says because midalo maflig kida maflig le'el, because we didn't give that as an answer to decide the case like we did before. This is what we said in the previous case. That there was an issue of somebody who was given a silver goblet to watch, and Ganobim came, and threatened him. And he said, take this goblet. And so, and then the case came before Rabbah. And Rabbah exempted him in that case. And Abaye objected. Abaye said, 1 second, he saved himself with his friend's money. In such a case, when you save yourself with your friend's money, you got to pay your friend for the reimburse him. He benefited you so that you could save yourself. So you have to reimburse him for the benefit that he conferred upon you. So Rav Ashi said over there, no, the matter depends on whether he was a well-to-do individual or he was an ani. There's basically two categories of people. Either they're an ani, they're a poor person. If they're not a poor person, they're a rich person. How rich? That's all relative. Maybe he's not in the Forbes 500, but he's not an ani. So if he's not an ani, he's a rich person. Two types of people. So Rav Ashi says, if the person was a inish amidhu, if he was a well-to-do individual, so then we will say, Adaita didei asu. They came, why did the Ganabim show up in this guy's house? Because they know that he has money. And so if so then in fact he saved himself with his friend's money. He's liable to pay. Meaning he had his own money to give. He had his own money to give, but he decided to use his friend's money. Oh, that type of case, you got to pay the guy. That's what Rav Ashi says. But on the other hand, if the person was an ani, so then adaita de kaspa asu. The only reason that they came to the house, these ganobim, is because they wanted to get this. They knew that he has no money, but they knew that he's got a silver goblet. That's why they came. And if so then he's exempt in that case. That's what they were coming for. And if that's what they were coming for, so what do you want this guy to do? Get shot? Get stabbed in order to save the guy's $200 Kiddush cup? Nothing doing. He's not required to do that. So he's putter for giving them the cup. That's the story in the previous case. So Tosfos says over here, there was no mention made of the financial status of this individual. So Tosfos concludes that what that means is that it must have been that it was not that would not have been a reason to exempt him. Oh, well, so that means that he must have been a person that had money, because in that case, if he has money and he gives his friend's money in order to save himself instead of his own, he would be liable. So on that, Rabbah said no, but still, even though he had his own money, but in this case, it's not a question of him having money. It's a question of pidyon shvuim over here. It was used for pidyon shvuim, so he didn't act negligently in order to save himself. But let's see what Tosfos says over here. Tosfos says, so in other words, even though there's no basis to exempt him based upon the fact that he's an ani, because we see that the Gemora didn't say that would have been the most easy way to exempt him. But that's not what Rava said. He came up with the svora. Oh, this is pidyon shvuim. He used it for pidyon shvuim. He's potter. So on that, Tosa says, "Mikom makom hoyel v'lo ayalo ba'oso shah mali tein lehem kashiv pidyon shvuim." Oh, Tosa says like this. Nevertheless, even though he's known to be a person, he is a person who's not a poor person, and so therefore we have a claim on him. Well, so how come you gave your friends money? You should have given your own money to save yourself. Tosus gives an excuse over here. We must say, says Tosus, Hoyel v'lo ayalo ba'oso shah mali tein lehem. He didn't have any significant amount of money lying around in his house to be able to give these ganovim who come in and want the wallet with the ransom money in it. He didn't have that type of money in his possession. So therefore, that's what the threat was. They're saying that we're going to kill you unless you give me give us the ransom money. So he didn't have the ransom money in his possession in his house at that time. So Tosa says that so therefore it's properly called pidyon shvuim. He saved his life with that money that was earmarked for ransom money. He doesn't get into the issue that Roy raised of, but it was not intended for him. It was intended for other people. Doesn't get into that, Tosus.
Okay.
Now you might still ask why is that not a reason to obligate this guy, to make him liable? I mean, what are the the Ganavim are saying, give us the ransom money that we know you got, or we're going to kill you, right? So what's he going to say to them? He's going to say, sorry, the money is earmarked for somebody else. It's not for me to use to give to you. What are they going to do? They might kill him, right? He doesn't want to take that chance. Is he required to give up his life because it's ransom money that wasn't earmarked for him? So the point is that in other words, from Tostos, we understand the following thing. If he would have his own money to give to save his life, so then this is not called ransom money that he could use. That's what we see from Tostos. In that case, we would say, yeah, that's ransom money for somebody else. That's not his ransom money. He has money to be able to save himself from these guys. So in that case, Tosfos would certainly say that Rava would certainly say that the guy is liable. He'd be liable for if he gave over the ransom money and he didn't get the robbers off his back with his own money. But Tosfos is putting down that he didn't have that. He didn't have that money. Didn't have that amount of money. Maybe he had $5, but I don't think they're going to be satisfied with $5. Maybe he had $20, maybe he had $100, but they didn't have ransom money. So like that, Tosfos doesn't see any basis for saying that the guy has to get killed because it's not his ransom money.
What if the what's stopping the robbers from saying, "Give me your ransom money that you've got, and also this what is it? This cost. What is it? And also
No,
this,
that was a different case. The silver goblet's a separate case. It's a different case. All this guy has is ransom money. That's what he's got. Yeah, so that's what seemed to be the point.
oh, Rabbi, you're muted. That's better. What did you say? Oh,
So according to the Ramach and the Shita Mikubetzes, it seems like he's saying the shomer would have to take a shvua that that the whole thing was an onus, meaning that it was. What does that mean exactly? It means that he had no ability to prevent them from killing him unless he gave them the ransom money. If he's willing to swear to that, so then he'll exempt himself. But he does have to swear to that, in other words. Right. If they would not have given him the ransom money, that's what he says here. They would have killed him. That's what they were telling him. That's what he's swearing to. So like that, it's an onus. Oh, but the Rashba, listen to the Rashba over here. The Rashba, Amnama Rashba Koso. So in other words, what we've been saying so far is to say that who it was earmarked for is irrelevant. But the Rashba says like this. The Rashba says, "Vadai medubar shenosnu lo lepidyon shvuim ba'alma." The money was given to him that was earmarked for pidyon shvuim. Below the pidyon shavui mesuyam, but not to a specific individual who happened to be a captive right at that time. And the money was, they made a whole drive in the shuls and everything, give money to rescue Ploni, blah, blah, blah. No, it was just money that was gathered, that was earmarked for pidyon shvuim, but there wasn't a specific person that was captive that the money was raised for. So says the Rashba. Shimlo came because if it would not be, if it be otherwise, lo hayad niftar, he would not have been exempt. Umiata temua. Lamut sorich loima. She'ein lecha pidyon shvuim gadol mizeh. Now, according to that, what the Rashba is saying, so it's a bit of a wonder over here. Why did, if that's so, why did if that is so what the Rashba is saying, why did Rabba, the one that paskin the case that the shomer is potter, and he responded to the challenge of Abaye that he saved his himself with his friend's money and he's obligated to pay. He said, "Oh, but this is there's no greater pidyon shvuim than this one." Doesn't that sound like there's somebody else in mind that the money was for? Me'ata temua, lama tzorich lomar she'ein lecha pidyon shvuim gadol mizeh. Halo ein din shmira b'mos shenitnu avor tzedakah.
It's not a
Gemora
case of an
le'el.
unpaid guardian.
B'tzarich iyon. What?
This is not a case of an unpaid guardian.
No. Don't think so. Me'ata temua, lama tzorich loima she'ein lecha pidyon shvuim gadol mizeh. Why did he have to say there's no greater pidyon shvuim other than this? What he did, he was the one that was the shavui. Halo ein din shmira b'mos shenitnu avor tzedakah. K'mavur le'el in Sadi Gimel. He refers to a Gemora that we had on Sadi Gimel, 93a. That says in regard to being given tzedakah, ein din shmira, b'mos shenitnu avur tzedakah. Okay, not sure exactly what that means. We'd have to take a look in the Gemara on Sadi Gimel. There's no din of shmira with regard to money that's been given for the sake of tzedakah. Like this money was it's a tzedakah money. It's for a person who's in need. Some people are in need because they don't have any money to buy food. This person is in need because he's been he's taken captive by these bandits, and so he's in need of assistance. So that qualifies as tzedakah money of the highest order for purposes of pidyon shvuim. It's one of the highest forms of tzedakah. Not sure what he means. Ein din shmira. There's no din of shmira when it comes to being a shomer of such funds. Not sure what he means. Okay, we're not going to get sidetracked on it, but that's what the Rashba says. So the Rashba agrees to Roy.
The other way around.
Okay. Okay, now we have another case. Hahu Gabra de Aktim Asik Chamra Lamavra. Lou, you want to read?
Okay. I need the place.
Okay.
117b2. Right hand, last paragraph. The Gemara recounts a final incident.
Ahu Gavra, Akdim, Ve'asid, Chamara, Le Mabara, Kame, Disliku, Inshe, Mabara. There was a certain person who hurried and brought his donkey onto a ferry boat before the people had boarded. The ferry boat. Boye le'at buye. It was threatening to capsize the boat. Because of the donkey, presumably. Ata hahu gavra malach le lacha mara dehahu gavra de shadye le nahara vitaba. This person, somebody else, came and shoved the donkey of that person. And threw it into the river and it drowned.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Person A owns a donkey. He gets on the boat. I think it says he gets on the boat before anybody.
Yeah, because otherwise they probably would have stopped him from going on, I guess.
Right. So he's already on the boat. He's fine on the boat. Once people come on, the boat starts to tip. Person B, who presumably doesn't know person A from Adam, pushes the donkey off the boat in order to save it from capsizing, and the donkey falls in the river and drowns. Ata l'kaimei de Rabba. He came before Rabba. I presume this is person B. Patre, Rabba exempted him. He doesn't have to pay for the donkey. Amar le Abaye. Abaye said to Rabba, Vaha matzil atzmo bimamon chavero hu. So this is a case where he saved himself with the money of that belonged to his friend. So he saved himself from drowning because if the boat capsized, person B would drown by killing the donkey of person A. Amar Le, Rabba said to him, I may ikara rodef hava. This is a case where initially he's a rodef. He is in a position where we consider him to be as if he's chasing somebody after them to kill them. All right, and I guess it's saying that once you have somebody as a road date, then you're permitted to stop him. However you need to. So that's why he said that person B has to pay. Oh, wait a second.
No, it doesn't have to pay.
Doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to pay because A is a road date. So B is considered within his rights to stop A from killing the victim.
Yeah. Okay, Phil, we have time? No.
No.
Done.
All right. Very good. That's your clinic, everybody.
Lou, see it 4, Lou?
Yes, Alan.
Okay, good.
Take care.
Be well, everybody.
All the best, Phil. Bye, Roy.
And I'm
Thank you.
going in
Bye,
next
Lou.
Sunday. I'm going in next Sunday for the
See you,
operation.
Phil.